Hello friends, it's Grace here at the Comfy Nest with Grace. It's exciting that it is Tuesday night, late night crafting. It's the night before school starts here in my hometown, or not my hometown, my kids' hometown. And I had to say all the good nights before, because I'm sure they'll go to bed by the time I'm done here because of late night crafting. So hello to everybody. I'm gonna grab this feed on this iPad, make sure that I can see comments before we get started. I made some changes to my craft space, so actually this is the first time I'm going live since I cleaned up some things, and it's a little strange, I'll tell you the truth, because I have more space than I did before, which is a good thing, but it made it a little strange getting ready to go. So hello, welcome. Let me know that you're here. Say hello in the comments. Let's see. Oh, I think I found it. I think I got that live. Yay! So let's see if we can get these comments up and running. There we go. I gotta turn my fan on, girls. I'm already too hot. Whew, it's hot. It's hot. It's a good thing that summer is almost over because I'm ready for some cooler weather. How about you? Hello. Tell me where you're coming in from. Hey, Michelle. Hello. I see you. Who else is here? Star badges. Okay, talk to me later about that Facebook. Hey, Tammy Burkle, I haven't seen you in a while. Hello. There's Lindsay. Whoop. Text BFF in the house. You guys, I have my apron on because I have a cute new hoodie on. And, well, you can't see the hoodie because my apron's on. But I was working with some paints and I got some paint on my new hoodie already. So I was like, oh, man, I've got to put on the apron because apparently I'm going to be a little bit messy tonight. Hey, Emma. Hello. I see you. Hello, Miss Wendy. Hello, friend. And there's June. Listen, I got some mail from a crafty chick. I got some happy mail. I have no idea what's in this package. It came yesterday. It says, do not bend, please. Oh, wait, hang tight. You can't read that. Let's get this flipped-a-doodled. Hold on, girls. Do me a favor and do the sprinkle so that we can meet some new crafty chicks. It says, do not bend. I got some mail. It's soft. I don't know what's in here, but I'm excited. It is from Kip Barrick from Ticonderoga, New York. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to be working in one of my journals tonight. This one I have not opened since February, and it actually only has a few pages in it. I'll show you this later. And I have a gift away. I'm going to give away this tonight, this sweet little adhesive set. This would be great for making little birthday cards. So this is going to go out in the mail to somebody. So make sure that you say hello. I already see we have 47 people online. I better get my little slips of paper ready to put some names in the Happy Mail basket. And actually, I think what I'll do, let's do something a little different tonight. Hang tight. Let me grab a basket. I'm going to put these names in their own basket tonight. For that little Happy Mail prize. I'm going to use my own little basket just for tonight for that Happy Mail prize. And remind me, I'll draw for that before we finish tonight. And then the names will go in the big Happy Mail basket for regular Happy Mail. So how about that for some fun? Just for something different. Just because. Hey, Rosita. Hello. Thank you for the stars, Miss Rosita. Hello, Priscilla from Canada. Welcome. So glad to see you. So the way the Happy Mail thing works is the more that you guys sprinkle, or some people say sprinkle, some people say spread the blessings, the more that you guys share, use that share button, the more people come on, the more names go in the basket, and I will be adding names to the basket to give away that little adhesive set, plus your name will go in the Happy Mail basket for regular Happy Mail. Thank you for the stars, Miss Michelle. You're on a 2-week streak, girlfriend. Hey, Chris. So the way it works is I pull names from the comments. So make sure that you say hello. Hey, Lisa. Hello, friend. Kathy's here from, she says, hot Southern Ohio. It's hot in Ohio. It was 65 today. When my husband came home, he said, are you cold? And I said, I actually think it's nice out. And he said, it's 65, which is a little bit cool for me, but I have a long sleeve hoodie on, so I was comfortable. Hi, Candy. Hello. So I'm going to pull names from the comments. So keep the comments coming. Let me know where you're coming in from, who you are, if you're new, if you're a returning crafty chick, if you're a text BFF. I'm going to open my Happy Mail. I'm going to give away that little self-adhesive set. I'm going to work in one of my journals with a bunch of supplies. I have a general idea, but welcome to the I'm not sure what I'm doing tonight broadcast. I hope you're okay with that. All right, first name that I see is Emma Eads. She says, hi, Grace. Emma, your name's going in the prize basket. So Emma, what is today? It must be the 24th because my kids go to school tomorrow. How many people have kids going to school soon, or have they already gone to school? Give us the deets, as they say, the details. Give us the deets. Oh, can you even see that? Emma's name is going in the prize basket. Next name that I see is Chris Sergio. Sergio. She says hello. She or he? I assume it's a she. I don't know, though. Chris could be a boy. Chris could be a girl. I'm not sure. But Chris, your name's going in the prize basket. 8/24/21. I put the date just so I know, because the names don't come out of the prize basket very often. I have not been dumping them at all, like for months. They stay in there. Debbie Gravoy, she says, yay, I'm so glad you're on. Well, yay, Miss Debbie, your name is going in the prize basket, you crafty chick, you. There she goes. I think that maybe my lights are too bright. Maybe I'm gonna go turn the lights down. Hang tight, folks. I've got some lights that are dimmable, so let me turn those down just a tish so that it's not so bright for you. Maybe that's better. Who else is here? Oh, my sissy says, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna last. She's not doing so hot. She's not feeling so good. I asked you for prayers for her the other night. So anybody who's the praying type, prayers for her. Prayers for anybody who's not feeling so good or going through a rough time. We pray for all of them, all of you, I should say. So anybody who needs the prayers, listen, we are here for you. We're prayer warriors that are here for you. That's how I feel about that. It's okay to pray for people that you don't even know, right? Just knowing that they're struggling a little bit. So let's do that for each other. Okay, we got some names in the prize basket. You keep hitting that share button. Let's open some well, first thing I'm going to do actually is, before I do the happy mail, I'm going to work on this a little bit, one of my journals, because we're going to let this dry a little bit. So I'll open the mail while this is drying so that we can go on to the next step. So this is a journal I started in February. It's just a little journal. Let's see, because somebody's probably going to ask. I think it's 5 inches. 5.5 by 5.5, okay? And I usually design on, so each page is 5.5 inches. Each page of the book is 5.5 inches. I didn't do anything with that first page, but I usually do a double, like a spread that goes across 2 pages is kind of what I do. When you do art journaling, you can do it however you want, but this is my 3rd page. Like, it's a brand new book. And this is what I wanted to work on. Look at how cute she is. I wanted to have wild hair. I just started sketching out a woman, a girl, and I'm going to work with that. I don't know how, I don't know what's going to come of it, but let's get you guys down on this project. I'm going to try to zoom you in so you can see this better, and I'll try to get this lighting a little bit less harsh. Let's see. Let's see if we can do all the thing. There we go. We're getting in closer to the project. There we go. That's a little bit closer. And then let's turn down some lights here so it's not so bright. I'm trying so hard. So here's what I got so far. Got this little page holder. I just have her. I sketched her out and we're going to design around her. And you know, I love to decoupage. So for my background, I love to work with texture and I love to decoupage. So I'm going to start. I just have this napkin. It's a leftover napkin from a long time ago. I don't even know what it's from. It's actually snowflakes, but they're silver. And I think they're pretty cool. So I'm going to use these snowflakes. Let me see if this is a better adjustment or not. I'm trying to give you guys a better view of what I have going on here, because I feel like the lighting's a little bit goofy. All right, there we go. So I'm going to decoupage this on here. I'm just going to use some matte gel medium to glue this down. It's got some silver. Listen, they're huge. I guess they could just, I have stencils that look like this that I don't actually think of them as snowflakes, but I think this was sold as a snowflake set. I'm gonna rip this in half or rip it apart a little bit and just use parts of it. like I'm gonna do this. I want these two big snowflakes like right in here, these three. And then, I don't know, I have an idea, but I don't know totally what I'm gonna do here. And I don't want any straight edges. I'm gonna put this right in here. I don't want it covering her either. So let's do this, or I'm just ripping my napkin. It's already, I already separated the plies, so that's not a problem. So I'm gonna put this here, and then I'll put another one over here. This is gonna like start our background for her. Listen, when you're creating, I'll just have you know, you can use snowflakes. It's the end of summer, but listen, what I always say to you, nobody's the boss of you in your craft space. When you're working in your journal or you're working on your projects, you're the boss of you. If you want to work on winter in the middle of summer, you do it, girl. Girl or guy or girl, whoever you are. 5 more days and hoping to get all the hardware removed so I can move around. Oh, Candy, I hope your recovery's going well. Michelle says, I'm definitely going to start some journaling. Good for you. I just find it so relaxing and so fun. I'm putting some glue, some decoupage medium, some matte gel medium from Liquitex right on that page. And now I'm going to add color, but I'm going to start with these snowflake looking things. We're just going to glue them down. You could use Mod Podge. I like the matte gel for napkins because it's so thin. And for her, for this penciling that I put on here, I just used a regular, like, number 2 pencil. The pencils that I got my kids for their schoolwork, that's the same pencils that I used for this project. So we're going to put this down. It's not complete, and that's okay. But you see how, oops, I ripped it. I've ripped it, so we're just going to rip more of it. Do you see how it just makes it adhere so nicely? It gives nice color. We're going to add lots of color to this, but I have her sketched out just so I have an idea of where she's going to go and what I was starting with for my main part of this project. So we're going to get the background done, and then while I'm opening my Happy Meal, we'll let it dry. Let's see. It's hard to tell which is the front and which is the back of this, to be truthful with you. This is the back, because it's so transparent. Let's go with this like right here, although we don't need that part. All right, we're gonna put this down right in here. I may not have enough matte gel medium, so we can just add more. If you run low, it's not a problem. It's pretty forgiving. It's very thin. It's not like Mod Podge. That's why I like it. It's really easy to work with. I'm just basically painting that right on, and I better separate my 2 pages so I can feel where one is. So when I do this, I really should be more gentle than I am. I'm ripping my napkin. It doesn't matter though. I just am looking for a start of a background, and I'm going to be putting all kinds of stuff over this. This is just the start of a background. So when you're working in yours, if you want to be more gentle, go for it. Otherwise, like, I don't get too concerned about this stuff because I know it's just the beginning of a project. It's not what I'm going to end up with, just the start. And imagine that I missed a corner here, folks, with my glue, my decoupage. All right, we're going to get this down. We're going to let it dry. That is just the start of a background for my little girl. And actually right now they match because I used regular pencil to get her on there. And now we have these like silverish snowflakes on there. So one of the things I really try to encourage all of the ladies who are in my paid communities, all of you who are in the Crafty Chicks Club, which is my free craft community, I'll always encourage you guys to just totally chill out with your projects and relax and enjoy the process. Don't get too stressed about things being too perfect. As you can see, I ripped that right in half right there. Doesn't matter. It's okay. We're going to come back to this. I'm going to open some Happy Meal while that dries. Then we're going to add a bunch of color to that. Let's see what everybody's saying in the comments in the meantime. Michelle says she loves it. Oh, I'm so glad. Hello, hello. Miss Mare, it is late. Debbie, I like using that medium. I like using this on napkins because it's a very watery, like, I don't know if you can hear this. Can you hear it? It's very, very liquidy. It's a liquid matte medium. I think it even says it on here. It's a fluid medium. See that? It's fluid. So it's thinner than Mod Podge, so it's really easy to work with and to spread. That's why I love it. Okay, let's open some Happy Mail. I have no idea what's in here. I have no clue. I was not expecting it. I don't know if Kip is here. Kip, if you're here, will you say hello? Will you let me know that you're here? Oh, pretty. She used some pretty duct tape to close it up. I don't know what she sent me, but I got Happy Mail. I don't want to rip it, you know, necessarily. But got to get into it here. All right. I don't see any contents below this point right here. So we can just... Oh, what is going on here? I see tissue. Hold on. Happy Mail. Everyone deserves Happy Mail. Miss Chris, or Kip, I'm saying, Kip, Eric, you are the best. Celeste, you are the best. Everyone deserves Happy Mail. Happy junk journaling with these few inspirational pieces. Kip Barrick. Oh, I can't wait to see what's in here. Oh, look at you guys. Look at this beautiful, beautiful lace runner. Kip, oh my gosh, where did you find this? It's so dainty and pretty. It's like, I don't know if you guys can see that texture. That is beautiful. And look at how much she gave me. Look, 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 look. Wait, it's wrapped around itself. There is so much of it here. Miss Kip, I love me some Happy Mail. I love sending out Happy Mail. I really, really do. It brings me so much joy. But to get Happy Mail is a different kind of joy. So Miss Kip, you are the bomb.com. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can back this up again. I'm going to turn that around so you can see everything that she sent me. Look at all of that. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's like this creamy, lacy, doily, like runner. It's like a runner. It's so beautiful. Ribbon runner. It's so pretty. Okay. Oh, she sent me a little lace. Look at a lace made envelope. Oh, for junk journaling. And there's bits in there. Listen, in the Craft Therapy Club, we do secret sister exchanges of things like this, and we're due for one. I actually have one in mind for you guys that's coming up, but we do this pretty regularly inside the Craft Therapy Club. Oh my gosh, she sent me some embellishments. One says North Dakota. Kip, you're the best. She's from New York, but she sent me in North Dakota. She sent me a little watering can and a few tags, because she knows I love my tags, in this little envelope that she made. Kip, this is precious. This is so precious, and it is definitely going in one of my junk journals. This is Happy Mail at its best. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at how pretty that is, that little envelope that she made. Okay, what do we have coming here? Okay, so we have some cutouts of some gorgeous paper. Kip, you're going to have to explain to me, because it looks very specific. It looks very specific. Like, will this make another envelope? What do we got going on here, girlfriend? Kip, you're going to have to tell me how to use these. I don't know, but the paper is beautiful. Green is one of my favorites. I love teal and I love green. I've got green on right now. So she sent me, Kip, you're going to have to explain to me how to use those. If there's a certain way. If not, believe you me, I'll find a way to use them. And now I have some like stamped paper, but it has the alphabet on it. Can you see that? A, B, C, D, E. And it's really thin. It's like almost like a resume paper. Oh, it's going to add, oh, maybe we can use this tonight. Maybe I'm going to put that aside, because that would add some beautiful texture. Talk about texture. Look at this weaved paper. Kip, did you make this or did you buy it? It looks stamped or embossed. Listen, I do not have an embossing tool, like one of those die cutter embossing things that you turn and the plate goes through and it cuts and embosses things. I don't have one, but I've been eyeing them up. So please tell me in the comments, do you have one of those things? Do you have one? And do you love it or what? And how are you using it? And Kip, please talk to me about this, because this is gorgeous. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, she sent me some really sheer, beautiful, beautiful fabric with polka dots. I'm a huge fan of the polka dots, folks. Oh, there's lots of it. Kip, Kip, I'm in love. Okay, listen, I'm going to put some of this aside because we may use some of this tonight, Kip. Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you for Happy Mail. It's the little, this fabric smells glorious. It smells like perfume. It smells so pretty. Listen, we may use that tonight. I'm going to put this stuff right in front of me because I may use it with my girl. Oh, look at, she folded this stuff up for me and sent me Happy Mail with washi tape and everything to close it up. You're the best, Miss Kip Barrick from Ticonderoga, New York. I'm so happy, you guys. I'll be sending Happy Mail out tonight to somebody who's on live with us, so make sure that you say hello. Oh, Elizabeth has 2 of those die cutting thingies. Listen, Elizabeth, everybody, in the Crafty Chicks Club, in the group, in the private group, let's start a chat about that because I want to know more. I know, Connie, awesome. I got some Happy Mail. Embossing folders make that design on paper, so that's what I'm asking. Linda says that an embossing folder will do this. I don't have one of those, but I've been eyeing them up and wondering, is it worth it? The thing that I'm a little hesitant about that is all of the plates that you have to buy. Like, how do you organize all that, ladies? We may have to have a conversation in the Crafty Chicks Club about this. We just might. It's all gorgeous, Debbie says. I agree. I agree, Miss Debbie. I'm gonna have a sip of water here. Oh, you glue them down and then you put stuff in the slots. Who said that? Wait a minute. Dawn said that about these. You glue them down and then you have little pockets. That makes perfect sense. I generally, in my junk journals, I make pockets out of paper, but I see what you're saying, how these could be little tabs that you could just glue them down and then stick stuff in them. So thank you for that tip. Kathy says it takes up some real estate. That's what I'm thinking about the die cutting machines and the are they called embossing machines? You know, they have like the turn thing and the plate goes through and you put your paper or whatever you want in there and it cuts or leaves, it cuts out shapes or it can leave marks like this. Truly, I'm in love with that. See, I would go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's and I would buy 12 by 12 sheets of this. I would because I'm a huge fan of texture. You guys know that. You know that about me. I love me some texture. Denise says a Sizzix. Is that an embossing machine though? Is that the same thing? I've done a little bit of research, but clearly not enough. Clearly not enough. Yes, Pam, I got a beautiful Happy Mail package. Whoop, whoop. Thank you, Miss Kip Barrick. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Kathy, you have one of those? Okay, my sister is Kathy, and she's saying she's going to bring hers to Orlando. We're scheduled to go to Disney in a week and a half or 2. We'll see if it happens. I know that Florida is kind of jumping with the virus, so we'll see what happens. Elizabeth says, you need to get one. I think they're great and so useful to have, especially when embossing. Elizabeth, please, all of you embossing, all of you who own those things, those little gadgets, those little tools, share some photos in the Crafty Chicks Club. I would love to know. Deborah said, I got Happy Mail and the mail from you today. Whoop, whoop, I love it. We love spreading the Happy Mail here at the Comfy Nest. We're just spreading out the Happy Mail. Okay, here's my girl. Here's my girl. So she's going to be the focus. So these snowflakes, you can see I ripped that one completely. They're not the focus, like they're not the main deal here. They're just going to be in the background, but I wanted to get them on there because I had the napkin lying around and I figured why not use it. But what I do want to do is get rid of some of the excess here. Hi, Can Man. Is it time for bed? Are you going? Do I get a hug? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, baby. Hold on. Hug time. I'm going to get a little hug off camera here. Good night. Good night. Please don't worry. Get some sleep, okay? You're going to do awesome tomorrow. So excited for you, kiddo. He's going to high school. That's what's happening, folks. I got a little hug off camera from my Gan Man. Ganny is my younger of the 2, and he's heading to high school tomorrow, and he's nervous. He's nervous. I'm excited for him, but he's got like a nervous excitement going on. So I want to make sure he sleeps well. He's going to go to bed early so he gets up well, easily for the first day of school and off to high school. Now his brother, he's a freshman. His brother is a sophomore and driving. So they're going to drive themselves to school tomorrow. I'm missing just a little bit of glue here on this napkin. Imagine, you know what? It doesn't even matter. It's not even design. It's just white napkin. So I'm just going to rip it off there. See how casual I am about that? No pressure. No pressure at all. Okay. I'm going to sand this a little bit. I do like a bit of texture, to be honest with you. So maybe I'll use some of the papers that Kip sent me. But see, when I work in my journals, well, even on my other projects, so I started working in journals because I was crafting and creating so much, and you only have so much wall space. You can only give so many gifts away, right? Then you start to run out of room. So I started working in books and journals because I want to still create, but I don't necessarily want to create home decor, things to hang on the walls. I want to create for the love of creating. So I started working in the journals, and I feel like my journals are much more liberating because they're in books, and it has allowed me to be more free about what I do because it's not going on a wall. It's just in the book, and it's for my own pleasure. And of course, I share it with all of you, hopefully to inspire you to do the same, to just create on a regular basis, sheerly for the joy of creating without the pressure of having to display it anywhere. Okay, so I show you my journal, but your journal doesn't have to be seen by anybody. It's an art journal that could be kept just for you, just for the sake and for the love of creating, just so you can explore and design your own taste, your own styles. And I think the more I work in journals, the more I discover what I like and what I love in terms of colors, in terms of themes, in terms of, even in terms of supplies, truthfully. Even in terms of supplies, I have found that I'm a huge fan of texture. And I love to explore colors. I don't know that I have necessarily a favorite theme, but I love to explore. I love to work with colors. So right now, this is what we have in this journal. It's the base of this project. She is there mainly as I wanted to get her down, and her hair was completely different a few minutes ago. I erased it with pencil and redid it. It was like down here. I erased it all and gave her like these two like pigtail buns. I don't even know what you call them. I just thought it was really playful. But I did it in pencil. I'm going to color, or I don't know, maybe I'll even use some paper over her. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. But this is just an outline for me so that I know kind of an idea of what I'm going to do here. But I hope that by working in the journals and you guys witnessing me do that you're going to be encouraged to do the same and to just really be free, like feel really free. Oh gosh, this camera is just giving me a hard time, you guys. Hang tight. I'm going to try to switch it around again. It's just really giving me trouble tonight with the zooming in and the zooming out. All right, there we go. Hoping that you'll be really free. Look at, if I stuck with the black and white, this, really sheer. Look at how beautiful that is. We need to fit this in here, I think, somehow. Maybe it can become her dress. Maybe her dress can become some of this fabric. I don't know. We're going to work it in. So I grabbed my Inktense pencils because that's what I was going to use for color. So I'm going to add some color in here over the top of this. And if I stick with the black and white, if I use Kip's Happy Mail, which is this black and white beautiful fabric, maybe I'll do like purple and some pinks, or purple and black. I don't know. Let's just see. Let's add some purple and some black, and we're just gonna color the background a little bit. We're gonna add some color to the background. There's a couple of ways you can use these pencils. I traditionally like to use these watercolor brushes to add color, or you can go right in on your project. You can go right in on your project. Is this purple? It's called peacock blue, actually. It's not even purple. But you add the color in. Now, listen, my napkin's not even fully on there, but I don't mind that because I can add more glue later, and I may end up coming in with another medium if I use that fabric that Kip sent me. But this is just going to give me some color to play with. And generally, when I work in my art journal, like the pages that are underneath, I don't want them to get that color on it, especially on this side. because they're already designed. So I usually take out my craft mats or even just paper towels. I usually grab a craft mat or a paper towel and put it underneath so that it catches all the color and it doesn't get down on the pages underneath. So when you see me do this, it's a way of protecting those pages that are underneath from this color that I'm coming in with. But you see how bold that is? It's really, really bold. So this little pencil, it looks like a pen, but it's a brush on the end, and it releases water. When you it has water in the base, and when you squeeze it, the water comes out and releases that water. So you get more, you know, you can move that color around a bit. See that? So now I'm not going to color her because I'm going to do something else with her. I don't know what yet. I'm not even sure. But we're just going to give her a background here. Some background color. I'm just going to go around those snowflakes because I don't even know. I really don't have a plan here, to be truthful with you. I don't have a plan. I'm just working with her as my base and adding some color, and we'll get her in there eventually. I'm not even sure if I may just paint her in, but in the meantime, I need a background. I can go right over my napkin, I think, and add some color in here. Because that Liquitex matte gel medium will allow you, you know, Mod Podge might resist the pencils, but the Liquitex matte gel medium lets me work with it. So let's just get some color in here. I gotta squeeze to get more water. The other option, you don't have to use one of these fancy watercolor pencils. You use regular water, like a regular paintbrush, and just keep adding water to it, or use a spray, like a spritzer. Let's see, just like I got my new little spritzing jar. You can use that to wet your paper and get that color to move around. I'm really liking how dark it is on the edges though, if I stick with that really dark color. So with the art journaling, you guys, I just encourage you to just be really free. Like, just do whatever you feel like doing at the moment and don't worry about it. That's the beauty of it. And I always date my pages because I'm curious to know, like, when did I create that and why? This is completely not adhered down, that napkin. It's like coming off. I don't even mind that. It's curled up. So we'll see what that does. We're just going to leave it. And I'm coming in with some dark color, this dark blue, and then spreading it around her. And then I may just paint her. I'm not sure. Haven't decided. I thought about collaging her a little bit. I thought about painting her a little bit. We'll see. We shall see. Let's do this. It's kind of faster when you can just spray the water on there. Ooh, look at how deep that color is. So pretty. I like getting it in the binding of the book. Just be careful when you're working in your art journals or in your books, because the binding, the water will leak through to the next page, and your binding will change color. And it may not be a problem for you. You may not mind that, but I just warn you, just so you know, because if you have something pretty special and delicate and on the next page, you might not want it to get all that water on it. Let's really wet that down. Now I'm going to introduce a new color in here pretty quick. Moving all that color around to get it on the background around her. She has like a really blue background right now. Let's introduce another color. And I'm kind of thinking aqua. Hello from the UK, Miss Patricia. I had to get a little drink of water. Hello, hello. All right, let's see. Let's see about, I was thinking purple. This ended up being blue. So let's see about grabbing, I have a color that I think is called like, let's see what the name of it is. Sea blue. That's the one. So let's add a little bit of this in here. And I'm going to go in the middle with the sea blue. And it's a little bit lighter. It's a little more green. I'm avoiding the snowflakes, those little designs. I don't mind if I go into them a little bit, but I don't want them to get totally obscured. So I'll go into them, but not, I don't want to obscure them, if you know what I mean. I don't want them to get totally hidden. Now you can add the pencil lines and then wet them, or you can just add the color to your brush this way and add it on. And that really, really gives it a very, very watercolored look. I know this page looks a mess with my craft mats laying in here, but it's the only way I can think of to kind of protect those pages underneath. All right, I'm gonna add a little water for my spritzer to move that around a whole lot. Piece of my hair, which does not need to be on the project. Let's get rid of that. All right, so what colors are you feeling on this page? So when I'm doing this, I'm looking at her and thinking, you know, what mood is she in? What mood am I in? What do I want to express, or what do I want to do on this page? And I'm feeling like it needs something a little brighter, like an orange or a yellow or something like that. So let's come in. This is going to be a very unexpected color. I don't even know the name of it. I'll tell you here in a second. It is called Sherbet Lemon. So it is a yellow. And it's going to brighten some things up. I'm going to get that paint color off the bristles there. And I think I'm just going to come in and add a little bit of this here and there, kind of like a tie-dye. I'm just going to add it in. Now, what I need to do, because I can see it's blending in with the other colors, I'm going to dry this, and then once it's dry, the colors won't blend. They'll just, you know, the first set of colors will be permanent, and then I can come in over that with that sherbet yellow and add some new color. So let's dry this up. You're probably looking at it thinking, what is going on here, Gracie? It's all background. I'm going to eventually paint her on there, but this is just background. It's just color, texture, design for the background without any real pressure. I don't know where it's going. You're going to ask me. I don't know where it's going. It's going wherever I feel like bringing it. I don't know. That's the fun part about art journaling, is you can go in with a plan, but sometimes it just kind of takes a life of its own. So see, you can come in and create new color. Once this other color is dry with these Inktense pencils, they won't move around on you. And you can come in with new color. So rather than blending it, you're putting it on top of the other color. So what I want to do is kind of fill in the white spaces with a bit of this brighter color. The spaces that are really light, I'm going to come in and add some of this brighter sherbet. What do we call it? Sherbet what? Lemon. It's more of a green than a lemon, but it's okay. I had the snowflakes and some lemons in my hand for napkins in terms of putting them down on the page. All right. Now, I think what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to dry this up completely. Let me check comments. How are you guys doing? Michelle is loving this. It's just fun. It's just fun to play. I don't know. It's just really fun to play in your journals. I encourage you guys to just have fun playing. I wish I hadn't ripped my napkin. That would have been nice, but that's okay. We'll make it work. So I have some stencils over here on the side that you can't see. But I think I'm going to pull in and use here, but I got to get this dry first. And one way to pick up some of that excess moisture is just to use a paper towel or a napkin or a rag. It'll take a little bit of the color up, but if you don't mind that, go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn the heat up on this a little bit so it dries a little faster. There's nothing here that will be bothered by the heat at all. Nothing at all. There's no adhesive that will be bothered by it. There's nothing that will melt. So let's do that. And then I'm going to, this is just excess napkin that I don't need. I'm going to get rid of that. You guys keep sprinkling. Hey, Michaela, text BFF, and there's D. D Noel and Michelle, text BFF. Hello, ladies. Is there a reason why you don't color on the paper and then use the water brush? I do both. I do both, Jana. I do a little bit of both. I started out doing that here around the edges, and then I was using the brush directly on the pencil. So I do a little bit of both. I do a little bit of both. This is bugging me, so I think I'm going to come in with my stencils. Let's see. I have some stencils here. And I chose 3. I wasn't quite sure where the snowflakes were going to take this. But I have a couple of different stencils. This one has little diamonds, and they you know, they get bigger on the edges and then little in the middle. And then this one is kind of like a really rugged diamond shape, which I really like. And then this one is some wording, just like some wording. And I think I'm going to go in with this one. It's really kind of more the boldest of the, well, it's the biggest and boldest of the 3 of them. If I come in with the big one on this diamond shape, just like I did in here with the paint, you can see it left over because I never cleaned it. How lazy of me. Now I think I'm going to go in with the bold one, the big one. This is a 12 by 12 stencil, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to stencil on here around. I don't want to touch her because it doesn't matter if she gets hit because I'm going to end up painting her in later. But what I'm trying to do is to create a background in here that I'm going to be happy with. So I think, and I was actually considering adding some black in here. In fact, I pulled out my black gesso. So I'm going to use a little bit of gesso. I don't know why. Normally I would put the gesso on the bottom, but just because I'm just kind of winging it here, you guys. I'm going to grab a paintbrush and get some of that gesso on here. A little bit on top of the snowflakes and a little bit around. I don't want to use a ton of it, but a little bit. So I'm going to use my little towel here, my blue shop rag, to offload some of that gesso. The reason I like gesso over paint is because it's very, very matte. I'm going to go into, I don't want to hit any of the edges where there's a straight line on the stencil, so I'm going to go in the middle here. So the gesso is really matte, and it dries really quickly, and it'll work well with almost anything that I put on this project. I can put almost anything on top of it because gesso is a primer. So see what we got going there? I'm going to like add in, and I'm not even going for full coverage. I'm just adding like a smoky black rugged diamond shape in here. So coming back to here and picking up a little bit more of that gesso. I don't know, I like to play with colors, and I like to play with layers to see how they work together. That's what I love to do. I just think it's really, really fun. So see, I have the deep blue, I have that lemony yellow here. I've got the snowflake, and I'm gonna obscure that snowflake a little more. I want that, I like the snowflake, but I want it to be in the background, like almost it's there, but is that a snowflake back there kind of thing? So let's obscure that a little bit more with that black gesso. And so now in here, I want her wings are gonna go here. I'm going to give her like little angel wings. So I'm going to come in with just a little more black gesso around her there. Okay, so see what I did there? I'm going to do the same thing on this side so it's kind of matching. And you see how little, it just takes just a teeny tinsy bit. Now, here's where I ripped my napkin. I also ripped it right here. So this gesso is just going to help me hide that. Yay, gesso. For coming in and saving me from my own mistakes. I'm going to hide that with my gesso, and we're adding like deep, dark, contrasting colors here, and it doesn't even have to be in a specific shape. You can do whatever the heck you want in your books, in your journals. That's the fun part about journaling, is you get to explore and discover and try new things, layer all kinds of stuff, and your own style will start to emerge if you just play. Just get out there and play. Now look at it, it's almost surrounding her entirely, except there's not any right there. So I'm just going to add just a little bit. Nothing real major, just really lightly above her head right there. Oh my gosh, I really like it. I really, uh-oh. My pretty new fabric just went over the side of the craft table. I'm going to hold this up so you can see what I got so far. Oh, hold on, let's get this out of the way. So you can still see that other design under there. You can still see my napkin. There she is. Tell me what you think. So we got the bright blue, we've got the bright yellow, we've got this little bit of filigree, which is that snowflake napkin, and then we have that dark gesso on top. And you saw how little, I just had to use the tiniest little bit to get that on there. I'm going to leave this out because maybe we'll come back to it. We'll just see what this brings. But we're going to start working on her in a minute here. So, so adorable, Diane says. Thank you, Diane. Hey, Shona. Had to get a sip of water there. Thanks, Michelle. Michelle is journal shopping tomorrow. Michelle, let me show you something quick. Don't go crazy. Now, girlfriends, don't go crazy. You can buy journals. You can buy journals of all shapes and sizes. If you like to work with a lot of different mediums, a lot of wet, like layers and textures, get journals that have thick paper. So this is the journal I'm working in now. It's an Arteza brand, and it has premium paper that is 110 pounds. So it's really thick, so it can handle lots of moisture. So that's what this book is. So it's an Arteza journal that you can buy, and they're beautiful. Like, it has a canvas outside canvas. It has this little rubber band that you can close it with. It has the little red placeholder, so you know where you are in your book. So you can get a journal, an actual journal, but a lot of my journals are actually just books. This is an old Reader's Digest book, and I use this one a lot. And when the pages are going to be thicker, like when I'm going to be gluing stuff on, like I have some little pockets in this page. I don't know, I was feeling like creating pockets that day. So I did some pockets. I do a lot of, these are stickers, and I decoupaged on some papers. This is that page that I just released the video on that page recently. So this one actually has texture medium on it. So when I'm working, this is a napkin. So when I'm working with lots of like heavier materials and wet materials, I will sometimes glue pages together, like glue them together so that the book pages are a little bit thicker when I'm working in them. But these are cheap, you guys. If you go, you can get nice hard-covered books at the thrift stores so that you can work in them. These have those paper dolls that I tag with, and this one was free. I got this one for free at a thrift store. So you can work in just general books that you have laying around that are hardcover book that you're not using anymore, or that someone's throwing out or getting rid of, or you can work in actual journals. Either one is just fantastic, but please, if you are budget limited, don't feel like you have to go and spend a ton of money. You really don't. Oftentimes I'm working in those old books that were getting thrown out, being given away for free. So just know that you can use those too. Okay, for her, what I feel like I need to decide now is, do I want her to be really bold and coming off the page really boldly, or do I want her to be more like a soft watercolor look? And I'm feeling like I want her to be more soft watercolor. I'm going to get rid of this before I dip something in that and make a mess. I feel like she should be soft and watercolored rather than really dark. Because I have all this darkness, these dark black diamonds going on around her. And here's this paper that Kip, or this fabric that Kip just sent me that's really sheer. And how fun would that be to glue down as her dress with the black diamonds, and then to have these white. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I have never done, I've done angels that the wings have been white. These wings cannot be white because I've already got other colors over them. So what colors do you guys think I should do the wings? I'm thinking What color should I do her wings? Should I do them like a dark gray? This is called Indian Ink. I don't know why she has wings. Maybe she's an angel. I don't know. This is called Indian Ink. I'm going to draw her wings back in. And originally, I just had her on this page, and I didn't include her on this other layout of this page, but then I changed my mind, and I had her go across the binding of the book. This is called Indian Ink, so I think it's like a dark gray. So the more pencil markings I make when I come in with the water, the more color I'm going to have in these wings. So let's do these dark gray, and then she's going to be, like, she could be a light pink. I don't really have a flesh tone color in these pencils, I don't think. Well, let's see. This is too orangey probably. I might have to just mix, some mediums here. Sun-Kissed Peach. This is an acrylic paint. What? Nobody tells me I can't use both of them together. I'm going to grab a little paintbrush, and I'm going to paint her neck and her face with this Sun-Kissed Peach, because I don't really have a brush that's the same color, and I don't want it to be super opaque, super dark, so I'm wetting my brush a little bit. So that little tiny bit of acrylic paint that I dripped right here. Nope, those are paint boogers. That little tiny bit of paint is going to spread better for me, and it's going to be less opaque and more transparent. Just need a little more color there. There. I didn't have a pencil color that matched, so I'm going with that. That's what I'm going with. You know what I just noticed? Her arms have this little bit of background showing, like in between her arms right there. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might just have to come in with the blue that I used and color that in a little bit with some of that blue pencil, so it matches the background just a little bit, so it makes sense, because I'm not making her dress blue, I don't think. That was a lot of pigment there, a lot of color. Let's spread that out a little bit. I just need it to match the background just a little bit more, because it was just stark white. All right, let's do that. I'm spreading out that color, getting rid of a little bit. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, so we've got black wings. Her face is done. Her dress, what color? What color? Oh, do you guys have favorite colors that you like to work with? I have them. Sharita says you need flesh tone markers. I have them here, Sharita, somewhere. I do. Oh, Jennifer, we will do that. She said diamond dust on the wings. That's a great idea. Tammy says hot pink for a bunch of color. These are the colors that I have to work with my pencils. These are the colors of the pencils. So that doesn't mean you have to be stuck with the pencils though, right? So Tammy's suggesting hot pink, and I love that idea. So let's grab a pink acrylic paint. Why not? This is a satin acrylic paint from Martha Stewart. It's called Pink Dahlia. Yep, Pink Dahlia. Let's use that. Her dress can be pink. Her top is going to be pink, but I think I'm going to use that black and white fabric on the bottom. That's what I think I'm going to do. I don't know for sure. We're making it up as we go, girls. Guys and girls. So if you have suggestions, just like Tammy did, I want to hear them. I just need the teeniest paintbrush, so I'm looking for a little paintbrush, because I'm going to have the top of her dress be this bright, beautiful pink. So her sleeves are pink. We don't need perfection in the paint job here, girls, guys and girls. We just need her to come to life here. See that? The colors don't have to be perfect. Her belt, I drew it in like it has little rhinestones on it or some kind of like detail on it, and I didn't think it through. I just put like little dots on her belt, so maybe her belt will be black because the dress is going to be that black and white fabric. Oh, that's pretty. Thanks for the suggestion, Miss Tammy. Okay, so we're mixing. We have paints, we have pencils, we have gesso here. I'm going to make that tiny little belt black. Actually, since I already have the gesso out, maybe I have enough gesso left on this little, yes I do, to make this black. And maybe I have some little rhinestones I'll add to that. I'm not sure. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. Let's just get it painted in. So we're going bold on her. Like her colors are becoming very bold and vibrant, which is turning out to be beautiful. She can be whatever she wants to be, for sure. All right, that was leftover gesso that we just used there. Now, I already penciled in the edges of her wings with one of these Inktense pencils that are a watercolor pencil. So let's grab, so I was thinking gray, like, so I'm gonna add a little more color in here so that we can spread this color out and get these wings going. So I might as well stick with what I already started here, which was the Inktense pencil. So these will be, you know, her wings, like I think of like bug wings, they're generally not, they're generally see-through. They're like, that you can see the veins in them. Like if you think of dragonfly wings and fly wings and mosquito wings, usually you can see through them. And that will be the case with this Inktense pencil. If I, you know, it's not going to be totally opaque. They're going to be sheer in some places. I have a lot of color on this wing, so I'm just going to pick some of it up and I'm brushing it off on my shop towel there so that it's a little more translucent. What do you guys think of this? Is it a little wacky for you? I mean, does anybody else create like this? Or maybe you aspire to. I hope to encourage you or inspire you to just create more freely, more often. It can be such a relaxing way to start or end your day. All right, I have a lot of color. Again, lots of color here, more than I need, so I'm going to pick some of it up and drop it off on my shop towel over there. I want to make sure to get that fully colored. I'll show you what I got so far. So for her wings, I used the Inktense pencils. So I wanted them to be a little opaque. And then for her little waistband, her belt, I used the same thing that I used on all those diamonds, which was the gesso. Okay, so now on her skirt, here's what I have to decide. I think it would be really, really fun to create a skirt out of this fabric that I got in Happy Mail. So if I bundled some of this up, I still want to paint under here, I think, because I don't want it to just be this plain, you know, the paper from the book. I don't want it to just be that. I want to put something under there. So I think I'm going to, if I paint it black, then the skirt's going to look really dark. So I think I'm going to put, some white, and I wonder if I have some white shimmery paint, something shimmery. So my shimmery paints are generally clear with white. They're not really white, they're basically clear. I'm going to get some white paint and I'm just going to paint this white so she has some more color there, so it's not just so plain. So, and there's a lot of coverage here. I don't want to see the texture of the book, and that's what you would see if I just left it plain. So I'm going to come in and it's going to make it more bright, her skirt. So even though it's white, I feel like it needs the help of the paint to really look vibrant. And I can cover up this bit of diamond and the little bit of blue that I got on from the background over her dress. You can still see my pencil lines through it. If I wanted those to disappear completely, I guess I'd have to do a couple of different layers of it. It's funny, her right hand looks like it's going in a pocket in her dress, and her left hand is behind her. I'm going to show that to you in a minute here. This hand looks like it's stuck inside her dress because I have a bit of her dress behind her hand, her arm, and a bit of it in front. So it looks like it's a pocket. which is cool. And then this one looks like it's purely behind her. It wasn't intentional, it's just the way it worked out. So that made her dress, the bottom of her dress, more vibrant. So see how this looks like it's in a pocket, and that one looks like it's completely behind. So it's just about where the placement of the paint goes. This is turning out to be so much more fun than I was anticipating. Honestly, it really is. It's turning out to be so much more fun than I was anticipating. So I am going to do something with this on her dress. I don't know what yet, but I need to let that dry. In the meantime, I can work on her hair. I would love to hear from you. Should she be a blonde, a brunette? Should she have red hair, black hair? Tell me what you think about what her hair color should be. I'm going to take the dryer to it just for a minute. I'm going to be giving away a set of stickers tonight, so make sure that you say hello, because I'm going to randomly choose from the comments. I know, Tammy says, I love the one that looks like it's in her pocket, right? It was unintentional, Tammy, but I love the way it looks. I'm noticing that behind her neck, like right here behind her dress, I need to extend this color, this blue color, a little bit behind her. And once these pencils, it's unlike watercolor pencils, these Inktense pencils, once they dry, they're dry. Like, that's it. You're not going to move them again, so you have to come in with new color. So I'm just going to take my watercolor brush here and add a little bit more blue right behind her shoulders. I just didn't get right here behind her shoulders, so that's the teeniest bit of color right in here. Oh, I hit her face. I didn't mean to. Oh, I really hit her face. Now I'm just going to go over her whole face with some darkness because I hit her face. We're just going to make it look like I meant to do that. Okay. So her face was like pure, like skin tone, and I just darkened it up. I did not intend to do that. That was a mistake. I'm going to take this. I'm just going to darken up the whole thing so it looks like I did it on purpose, because that was a mistake. Now, listen, if you don't like that, you can come back in with your flesh tone color, whatever you chose for the flesh tone color, and fix it. I'm going to leave it for now, let it dry, do her hair, and then I'll decide. All right, what hair color are we going with? What hair color do you guys think? Talk to me about her hair. Make a pocket for her, a cute little fairy. Red hair. Diane says red hair. Christine says Christina said she should be a brunette. Deborah says it's looking great. Oh, I'm so glad you think so. Hey, Mary in Texas. Hey, if you guys are new, please say hello. Let me know that you're new. The other Crafty Chicks will be so certain to welcome you in to our little community. It is coming together beautifully. Thank you, Ruth. Deborah Garnett, thank you for the stars. You're awesome. Oh, goodness, Christina, I hope you don't flop with exhaustion. Strawberry blonde. Ooh, good idea. Brown, brunette. So here's what I always say. Like, I love, love, love getting your suggestions. And I feel like you can't really go wrong. Like, there's no right or wrong. It's whatever you think. It's whatever you think is best. I am feeling brown. Like, I have this reddish brown color. No, that's like more. Let's see. Do I have like a burnt umber color, I guess is what I'm looking for. I have an orange and I have like browns. I have cinnamon brown. This one is called Willow. Let's see what this does. This is an ink pencil. So I'm going to just like mimic the lines I already created with the pencil. And then I'm going to come in with my water brush and wet that color, and it's going to spread it out. So what I've found with these pencils is if I draw a really intense line, the line will stay even when I spread the color out. So if I want a strong, detailed line showing like curls of hair, I can create that and it will stay even when I come in with the water. I'm really, really love playing with these pencils. So this is like called Willow. This is like it's got a little bit of a red tinge in it, but it's a brown. And it's a lighter color. And you can make it more intense just by adding more color with your pencil. So see that? I can still see the lines because I have my pencil lines, my regular number 2 pencil lines when I sketched her in there. And now I have my Inktense pencil lines. I'm going to hold that up and show you. Oh, she's dripping. She's dripping, girls. Her hair was dripping. It's okay. All I did was take my little shop towel and wipe up the drip. So I better put her down and let her dry before I pick her up and show you. But these Inktense pencils are very, very forgiving. I just used my shop towel to wipe up what dripped, spread out what I want to spread out, and then I can add more color. I can come back in and add more color. I can add more streaks. Generally with hair colors, you want to use a couple of different colors in the hair. Just, you know, usually our hair isn't very one-dimensional, usually. So I'm going to come in with this darker color and just add bits of it. It's like a darker ruddy brown. And then I'm going to take the hairdryer to this and let it dry so I can show you what I got going on. It's hard for you to see, I know, from where you're sitting. If you just have too much water, don't be afraid to just blot it. It will take color away. It will take the color away, though. So you may have to come back in and reinforce. I don't want more water, but I do want to spread the color. I love, love, love. I've said it several times. Love playing with these pencils. Let's dry this. Isn't it fun, Michelle? She says, wow, how awesome. Hey, Kelly, thanks for some stars. That's fantastic. I so appreciate you guys. All right, that's dry enough where it's not going to drip when I hold it up. I have no idea how I'm going to get her dress down. Pretty abstract. Oh, sparkle. I'm going to work on the dress, and while I'm working on the dress, you guys tell me about sparkle. What do you think? Kip Barrick, thank you for sending me Happy Mail. I opened it tonight right in front of everybody, and now I am going to add some of this sheer. If I had my sewing machine out, I would definitely sew some of this. I want to have some ruffles of fabric right in here, like this. So how do I glue this down? I don't have my, if I had my sewing machine, I would sew that and get some ruffles. So in the meantime, let me just grab a little length of this because I don't need this huge sheer piece. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to have that. Now I have this, and I want it to be full. Like she has this big tulle skirt on that's really full. So if I could ruffle it, I would, and then just have it like hanging, like out of control like that. So that's what I think I'm going to try to do. Do I dare try hot glue? I have Fabri-Tac. I have E6000 Fabrifuse, but this doesn't dry very quickly. That's my only beef with that one. And I have Liquifuse. You guys, are you like me? Do you have like every glue imaginable in the world? I have them all. Which would you use? Which would you use? You can gather it on some thin wire. That's true, Mary. I could do that. I'm going to add, honestly, the glue that I've had the best luck with has been my art glitter glue because it dries so fast and I can get such a fine tip of it on here. So I'm going to add some of this to her dress. I'm not going to add it to the fabric. I'm going to add it to her dress. And I've got a line of it going just below her belt, and then I'm going to outline the outside of her dress. And then I'm going to come down almost like pleats. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pleats. I've never done this before. I have no idea if this is going to work. We are experimenting live here. I'm going to try to show you real close. Can you see that glue? So I kind of followed the lines of the dress with the glue. I have no idea if this is going to work. I have no idea. I hope it will work. This glue tends to dry quickly and it dries clear. I'm going to take this and I'm going to try to bunch it up. I better grab something like a set of tweezers or something that I can use to grab it up and push it into that glue. And I want it to be like a puffy, almost like a tutu. I just don't know if the glue is going to be able to hold on to all this fabric. I may have too much fabric here. We're going to see. I want it to be like this out of control, like mass of fabric here. So far, so good. It's like holding it in place. So I think if I hold it in place in some places, why not? So it's covering up her black belt a little bit. So I'm going to come in. Let me grab a little. I love, guys, I love, love, love the detail work. I love it because this is where I feel like these projects come to life. It's so sheer. If I just pull it down instead of cutting it, it's actually sticking into that glue and just looking puffy. Oh my gosh, you guys. Are you kidding me with how cute that is? Now, here, oh my gosh, I actually feel like I could have used more of this fabric. Kip, this fabric is fantastic. It's fantastic. I do want this to come down a little bit. Just a little more control. So I'm going to add a little more glue to the edge of her skirt here where I have it painted, the painted part of her skirt. And I'm going to take, I don't even need my tweezers to be truthful with you. I don't want to lose it completely, but I'm just going to tack that down so that it's not up into my background. I just tacked that down in here so that it wasn't up in here, okay? I have no idea how this is going to work with the book closing, and I don't even care. Look at how cute she is. You guys, all right, we better trim her skirt just so it's even, right? Because her skirt looks like she had a really bad, like, designer here. Let's just give her some, like, peaks and, I don't know. I'm not a skirt pro here, but I'm thinking if I just cut, like, some triangles. No, I didn't mean it to be that much of a triangle, like that obvious of a triangle, but it's okay. Just so it's up and down, up and down. Like, look at how cute that is. Oh my gosh, that might be my favorite part. Now her face. You guys, I am a huge fan. Michelle says, I love that. Shona, showing me some hearts. You guys, show me some hearts if you're loving this. I hope it inspires you guys to just, like, don't even worry. Just get in your books and create. Don't even think about it. Just let your little heart go where it's going to go. Usually with a face, I don't do a whole lot. I'll be totally honest with you. I'm a huge, huge fan of the artist Modigliani. And he has he does a lot of women. He did. I mean, he was back in the day. He's no longer around. But his girls always had very, like, features that you couldn't really tell. You couldn't really see. So I tend to, like, follow that same thing. I don't usually do a whole lot with the faces. I just don't. And it takes away the pressure. I don't feel any pressure. I just put a few little marks. I want to give her chin more definition here in her neckline. And normally I would come in with, like, a metallic gel pen or something and have some fun with that. I have a gold metallic gel pen, so let's grab this gold metallic gel pen and just come in and give her, you could do silver, you could do gold. Let's go around her wings, just give it some gold. Oh, and who was it that suggested some shimmer on her wings? Ooh, should we do, I don't think I would do diamond dust because I think it's a little bit too granular for her wings, but yes, I think on her wings could definitely use some shimmer. So let me grab my shimmer pen. These are one of my favorites. They're Spectrum Noir shimmer pens. And it'll add some very sheer sparkle to her wings. So if you guys are getting some value for this, oh, thank you for the hearts, you guys. Can you share? Hit that share. Less is more, Shauna, you're right. hit that share button so other folks can see it. You're going to see, this is going to take this from, it's sheer, it's going to stay sheer, her wings. But watch what happens when I add this. Oh, it's the same thing. You squeeze it and the liquid comes out. So let me squeeze until I see, then the liquid comes out, and then you're going to see what this does. The shimmer that it brings is unbelievable. So all I did was that top wing. Do you see that shimmer? See the difference? The only thing I did so far was that top wing. So let's do this one. These are in my Amazon store. They're one of my favorites. I like the clear. They come in colors, but I really, really like the clear because I can use it with anything. And this it's not chunky. It's a super sheer shimmer. So it's a marker. You just, you squeeze it, you shake it, you squeeze it, the liquid comes out, and it adds that incredible shimmer to her wings. I think I'm going to add that to her belt as well, to get that belt to shimmer. I was going to add some bling, but I think I'm just going to go with the shimmer on her belt. Oh, I missed one little part, and it's really obvious because you have that matte paint and then the shimmer on top. Look at that. She is a glamour fairy. She is glamorous, you guys. I can't even with this page. Now listen, be totally honest with me. When you started to see this page coming together, you were probably like, what is she doing? What does this girl have going on? Hold on, I gotta flip that screen so you can see it better. But look at her. I am gonna top coat this because I don't want her wings to go anywhere. And actually, I don't know, with the bodice of her dress, like the top part of her dress, the torso part, does she need something more? Or would you leave it that flat pink? Tell me what you would do. Oh my gosh, I love, love, love this page, you guys. I love it so much. And look at those snowflakes in the background. So you see, there were snowflake napkins. It was a napkin with snowflakes on it. And I put it in the background because I thought, heck, I'll just use it up. Why not? And you can still see the snowflakes back there, but they don't look like snowflakes, right? They just look like pattern. They just look like dimension and pattern back there. Oh my gosh. Okay, I always date stamp my journal pages, so I'm going to get my stamp out, but I don't know. I might have to use an opaque white because there's so much darkness on the page. I think I'm going to have to use an opaque stamp, white stamp, to put some, today's the 24th. Oh, Lordy, it's going by fast. Pearls. Give her a little sparkle on the body of her dress, or maybe a necklace. Girls, keep the ideas coming because I'm not sure what to do there. Let me get the date on here. I feel like, leave her top alone, Michelle says. I love it. Maybe the pearls are, this might be too dry. Hold on, I might not be getting any ink off of this. Hold on, we're gonna test it. Nope, it's coming. It's coming. All right, I'm gonna find a dark spot to put my date. I got pencils and pens and markers all over the place. I like to put my date. It's not showing at all. It's not showing. I'm gonna have to find a way to put my date on there without obscuring her. I feel like her dress needs something little. I'm not sure what though. I like the idea. What if I took some stickles and gave her like just dots like pearls, like you said? What if I did that? Tammy says she likes the necklace idea. Yes, on the pink shirt it says yes, something. Michelle says leave it alone. I'm wondering if we don't just give her a little bit, I don't know, girls. You know what, I'm going to leave it because I feel like her wings are pretty tremendous. And I feel like her wings can be the star of her, even though Miss Kip, this sheer fabric is perfect for her dress. So thank you for the happy mail. More than I can even say thank you for the happy mail. And I used it right away. I'm so happy that I got to use it tonight. Opened it tonight, used it tonight. That was so fun to be able to do that. But I feel like her wings are really like the star of that show. So I think I'm going to leave her. So I'll give you a close-up. From afar, it looks different than when you look at it really close up. I sometimes like to do something a little surprising and maybe add a little bit of that sparkle to some of the diamonds, just intermittently. Let's grab that. That's my style. Like, that's something I do normally. Like, I might just add a little bit of sparkle somewhere else. So I'll take a couple of these gessoed diamonds, and I'll show you because you'll be able to see them. And I'm just going to add a little bit of sparkle randomly to a couple of these. Like, why? Why not? Why not have a few unexpected sparkles surrounding her? Like, her sparkle is kind of spreading out into the world. Her light's kind of spreading out into the world. I love it. I'm going to need one little phrase on here, I think. I'm going to need some words. So I added some sparkle just to some of the diamonds. Let me make sure it's not going to drip because that stuff's pretty wet. So see, I add a little bit of sparkle to a few of the diamonds. Just a couple on either side. Just a little bit of that sparkle. Not everywhere, just for a few. Now, okay, now let's pick out a phrase. Ha! Like something, we're going to put something on here. Hold on. Let me get my pencils put away. So this is my little collection of pencils. This is a blue, so it's going to go down here. I got, this is my second set of these, and my first set was a small set. I wanted to test them out, and I fell in love with them while I was on vacation. I got them, went on vacation, used them while I was on vacation, loved them. So I got the big set, and I sent one of my Craft Therapy Club members a few of my duplicates. She was a Happy Meal winner so in the Craft Therapy Club, and I sent her some of my duplicates, which was really fun. So that's why it looks like I'm missing a couple. I am. I sent them to a crafty chick. Okay, now, oh, I missed one pencil. I gotta put away. Now, let's pick out a little phrase. Let's pick out a little phrase. Now, I was gonna go with snarky. So I have these little words. Let me show you someone's gonna ask me. I get them from Hobby Lobby. This one got ripped in the mail. The cover. So let me show you this. These are Tim Holtz words. They're called Small Talk, and they come with sheets of white, sheets of black. My Craft Crate members, those of you that were in my Craft Crate, one of the projects, I sent you a full sheet of these, and it comes with about 30 phrases on each sheet. Half of them in white and half of them in black, and I love using them on my projects. So like you can see here, I used one of them right there. So let's find one that would make sense for this project. What's up, buddy?
You're almost done.
Yeah, why, what's up?
Oh, you can't sleep.
Oh, oh no. Grab your ice pack. I'll come down when I'm done, okay? The lavender one, okay? So this one, I have two of these books, and this one has snarky, funny, like, life is not a fairy tale. If you lose a shoe at midnight, you're drunk. So see, like, should we go snarky? Life is not a fairy tale. If you lose your shoe at midnight, you're drunk. Okay, we could go snarky or we could go sweet, like these sentiments. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. So what's your vote? Should we go sweet or snarky? I'm thinking snarky. I'm feeling a little feisty, and I think snarky. If you see me eating salad in a restaurant, I might be kidnapped, and I'm trying to signal to you. That first one that I read is perfect about life being a fairy tale. Wait, where did I lost it now. Oh, this one's funny too. To be honest, I'm just winging it. Life, motherhood, my eyeliner, everything. Oh my gosh. If you see me eating. Wait, no, where is the one I just read? About the shoe. This one says something about crafts. She said, that's a lot of money to spend on crafts, and I knew we couldn't be friends. That one's really cute. Where is the one about the darn shoe? Here, this one. I think that's the one we need to use. Life is not a fairy tale. Life is not a fairy tale. If you lose your shoe at midnight, you're drunk. Snarky or sweet. See, there's no right or wrong answer. There's no right or wrong. You can use whatever the heck you want in your journal because it's your journal and it's just for fun and it's your time to create and have fun with stuff. Oh, this one might not fit. This one's like rather big. Oh, I could cut. Let's cut a little bit of the, it has a little extra paper on either side. Let's cut that off. I'm going snarky, girls. My poor guy, my poor Gannon, he can't sleep. He's a little nervous about tomorrow. So life is not a fairy tale. If you lose a shoe at midnight, you're drunk. That's the one. Why not? Listen, if they had it in white, it would show up even better. Let me just see if they repeat these. Why limit happy to an hour? You're crazy is showing. You might want to tuck that back in. Oh, these are funny, you guys. I didn't see anyone today. I'm wearing this again tomorrow. Oh, they might have it right here. Yes, this is the same page, but it's in white. Life is not a fairy tale. It is. It's in white. So let's see, because I'm super visual. See, I think the white shows up better. I'm going to put the black away. Hold on. Put the black back. I'm going to use the white. I think it shows up better against that dark background. They have the same sheet with the same phrases, just in white. So let's get this on here, right here. Life is not a fairy tale. If you lose your shoe at midnight, you're drunk. Why not? Oh my gosh, you guys, this page. I am super in love with this page. I am super in love with it. And I'm so happy you guys got to be here while I just like let it come to life. I hope you like it too. I hope you do. I hope you do. I hope you'll share it so other people can see it. I'm going to pull a name and I'm going to send whoever's name gets pulled. Actually, let me put a couple more names in the prize basket and I'll pull a name to send that person the stickers that I pulled out. So if you're here, you need to private message me right away so that I have your mailing address. That way I can send you the stickers. It's like a little adhesive sticker set right here. So I'll send, that's the right way. So I'll send the winner this. Let me get a couple more names because you guys, snarky, of course, you guys sat through all of this. So let me get some names. You guys, your comments are great. Deborah Garnett. Your name is going in that prize basket. And these names that I'm pulling will also go in the general prize basket. So it's going in the prize basket for tonight. So one of you will win this. And then Lori Vest Trout, she says, sweet, your name is going in the prize basket. Then I'll pull one of these names tonight, like right now. There's like 5 or 6 names in here, and then all of these names will go in the big prize basket. So this is the winner of the adhesive, Emma Eads. Emma Eads, if you're here, private message me. I'm going to tag you in the Crafty Chicks Club so you know that you just won the adhesive set of stickers, so you can make some greeting cards. I'm going to send this to you in the mail, but you have to message me with your mailing address and email address so you can get some an email notification that I've shipped it out. The rest of you, your names are going to go in the prize basket so that you still have a chance to win. So the way I announce those, you'll generally find out that your name has been pulled in the Crafty Chicks Club. So make sure that you join that club. It's a free craft community that you can join here on Facebook, where we just like kind of gather and chat and ask questions and show our projects off and things like that. So thank you for being here, all of you crafty chicks. Anybody who's new, thanks for being here. If you're catching the replay, let me know because I pull a replay watcher's name to put in the Happy Mail basket as well. So if you're catching the replay, make sure that you let me know that. All of you who gave me stars, thank you, thank you. I see them there. I didn't see all of the names of who gave them to me because I probably have my head down working on the project. But thank you for sending me stars. You guys are the absolute bomb.com. Deborah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, me too, Tammy. You guys say a little prayer for Gannon. He deals with some anxiety and he's nervous about going to high school tomorrow. So say a little prayer. Say a little prayer for all the kiddos, the teachers, the staff, everybody who's a little bit nervous and need a little lift. Let's all just kind of commit to saying a little prayer for them all tonight, that everybody gets off to a safe and healthy start to the new school year. All right, you guys, many blessings. Take care of yourself, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.